Welcome to online studies of Asadip International School. Chapter 13, Surface Area and Volume, Subject Mathematics and Standard 10. Right, so let's start. Let's revise the formulas first. See, the curved surface area of frustum of cone is pi r in bracket r1 plus r2. That we already see in the previous lecture. I just revised it today. The total surface area of frustum of cone, that is nothing but the curved surface area as it is plus pi r1 square plus pi r2 square. Slant height of the frustum of the cone, that is nothing but the L square is equals to h square plus r1 minus r2 whole square. That thing you need to remember, because sometime it is asked that you need to find out the area, but you don't have given the L, but you are given the h. So with the help of this formula, you can find out the slant height. And what is the volume of the frustum of the cone? And that is nothing but the 1/3 pi h r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 into r2, right? So this is the way we can produce the frustum of the cone. First of all, take the cone. Now you can cut it with some plane, and you will find out this portion as a frustum of the cone, right? Okay, now let's start the second sum of the exercise 13.4. The slant height of the frustum of the cone is 4 cm and perimeter circumference of its circular ends are this. See, and find out the curved surface area of the frustum of the cone. See, here you are given the circumference. Circumference means what? See, circumference is nothing but the 2 pi r, right? But we know a bigger end is the r1 and the smaller end is the r2. So he will take the two circumferences. 2 pi r1 is equals to, see here r1 is the bigger, that means it is going to be the 18. So 18. And now we need to find out the value of only r1, right? So r1 is equals to 18 upon what? So 2 pi from the numerator goes on to the denominator. So divided by 2 pi, right? So this is our r1. Okay, one more. So this is the 9 2s are. So 2 and 2 cut. So answer is 9 upon pi. So this is the 9 upon pi. Now perimeter of the lower end. See, lower end is what means what? It's a 2 pi r2 is equals to 6. So r2 is equals to 6 upon 2 pi, because 2 pi from the numerator goes into the denominator. So this is going to be the 3 2s. So answer is 3 upon pi. This is the 3 upon pi. Now slant height L of the frustum of the cone is 4. That is already given. So slant height is given, right? If it is slant height, it is going to be the L. But if it is only height of the frustum of the cone, then that is going to be the H. Okay. Now this is the slant height 4. Now we need to find out the curved surface area. So what is the curved surface area? Pi r1 r2 L. Pi in bracket r1 plus r2 into L. Now we simply need to put the formulas, values. r1 is equals to 9 upon pi, r2 is equals to 3 upon pi, and L is equals to 4. Now pi and pi, this pi and pi takes out common. So pi in bracket 9 plus 3, or you can write down in this way also, right? Because the denominators are same, so we don't need to take the LCM, into 4. So pi and pi cut. 9 plus 4 or 9 plus 3, 12. So, and 12 4s are 48. Okay, so this is our answer. In the end, you need to write down the statement. Okay, now let's move ahead. A face, a cap used by the Turks in the shape of frustum of cone, as you see in the figure. If its radius on the open side is 10, see the cap, if you are wearing the cap, right, but it is open from the bottom end only, not from the top end. So top end it is pegged. So that thing you need to keep in mind. A radius at the lower base is 4 cm, slant height is 15 meter, right? So these are some instructions are given. See, radius r2 is the smaller, r1 is the bigger, slant height is given. Now what you need to do is, see, this portion is open, this portion is open, so we no need to take the consideration of it, but this is there. So this is the curved surface area, that we know what is the curved surface area of frustum of cone, but the top portion is packed, so that material is used, so that why we need to consider that. So what is that? That is nothing but the pi r2 square. So we need to add both of this. We need to add both of this, right? See here, the material used for making is the curved surface area plus the area of the upper end, right? See, the formula is written here, whichever I wrote here, right? You put the values, you will get this answer. Simplification now onwards you need to do by yourself, because the only thing you need to be focused on in this chapter is on the this part, calculative part, because lots of students making facing a difficulties in terms of now let's start question number 4. A container open from the top. A container open from the top of and made up of a steel is in the form of frustum of cone of height is given. Here you need to see that height is given, that is meant it is h. See, height h is 16 centimeter. Radius of its lower end is 8 and the upper end is 20. So R1 is, and this is the R2, right? R1 and R2, right? Okay, now let's move ahead. Find out the cost of the milk which is completely filled the container. Find out the cost of the milk at the rate of 20 per liter. Now, in the standard 9 we already see that if we pour something into the vessel, right, it is its capacity, and if it is capacity we need to deal with the volume. So here we need to deal with the volume. Also find out the cost of the metal sheet used to make the container. If its cost is rupees 8 per 100 square centimeter, right? So if we need to find out the material, then what we have to do? It is simple, we need to deal with the area. Okay. Now container is in the same form that we see in the previous sum, and that is in the phase, right? Phase of the cap which used by the Turks, right? How? See, from the bottom it is packed, but from the top it is open, right? Because we pour the milk into it. So this portion must be open, but this portion must be closed. So while considering the area, we need to consider this portion, but we do not need to consider this portion, right? Okay, now let's move ahead. Radius R1, each and everything is given. Now first of all we need to find out the volume. So what is the volume? So volume is nothing but the, okay, that is in the next part. So before that, here it is. So capacity of the container is the volume of the frustum of the cone, and that is 1/3 pi h r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 r2. Put the values, simple, right? You will get some answer, right? See, you put the value, you will get this answer. We have 10.45 liters of milk, but the 1 liter cost rupees 20. 1 liter cost rupees 20. So cost of 10.45 liter is how much? You just simply need to multiply this 2. You need to multiply this 2 and you will get the answer as a 209. Right. Now area of the metal sheet. See, this is the container that is opened from the top. So we need to consider, we don't need to consider. So this is the CSA, curved surface area, and the bottom, and that is pi r2 square. See here, pi r1l and pi r2 square. But here we don't given the L. So we need to find out the L with the help of L is equals to square root of r1 minus r2 whole square plus h square, right? R1 square minus r2 square is not there. Here it is r1 minus r2 whole square plus h square, right? Okay, now you put the values and you simply get the answer as a 20. Simple sum, right? See here, these are the values we have put it here, and this is the answer. Now the cost of 100 square centimeter of metal sheet is rupees 8. So cost of 624 pi centimeter square metal sheet is what? So simply we need to multiply this both and divide it with the 100, right? So whenever in the denominator there is a 10, 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh, 10 lakh, and this kind of digits are there, you do not need to take any kind of a division, just simply multiply the numerator, and just see, if I multiply this 3, so what is the answer? The answer is 1, 5, 6, 7 and 5. In the denominator there is 100. 100 means what? There are the 2 zeros. So from 1 and 2. So place the point over here. Right? So what is the answer then? Then answer is 156.75. Right? Okay. Now let's move ahead with the another sum. And this is the final and the last sum and the very much important sum, because in this we are going to use the trigonometry, right? You can come up with the what is the trigonometry that you will learn in this chapter 8, but till then you just remember one thing, and that is tan theta. Before that, the trigonometry is only used in the right angle triangle. Right? If I draw here this right angle triangle, and if I put the theta over here, this is for example A side, this is the B side, and this is the C side. Right? If I put the theta over here, then what? So here it is tan theta is equals to opposite. Tan theta is equals to opposite. Opposite means what? Theta's opposite side is A. Right? Theta's opposite side is A. So it is A upon adjacent side B. That you need to remember. That's it. Theta means what? Opposite side upon adjacent side. Theta means what? Opposite side upon adjacent side. But if the theta is over here and it is like A, B and C, then what? Then tan theta is equals to what? Then tan theta is equals to, see, this is theta, then opposite side is B. So it is nothing but the B upon A, opposite upon adjacent, right? So that is the only thing that you need to remember. And the one thing more, and that is the value of tan 30. The value of tan 30 is nothing but the 1 upon square root of 3. So this thing only you need to remember. There's two things you need to remember, that is tan theta is equals to opposite upon adjacent, and the value of tan 30 is 1 upon root 3. How those things are come, that we see in the chapter number 8. But till then, just remember this thing, right? Okay, let's start. A metallic right circular cone of 20 centimeter height whose vertical angle is 60. That is nothing but this full angle. This full angle is 60 degree. Is cut into the two parts in the middle of its height. See, the total height is 20. If the middle, that means if I cut it down from here, so top portion is 10 and the bottom portion is also 10. Right? That means its height. If the frustum of so obtained into the wire of the diameter is 1 on 16 centimeter, find out its length of wire. Right? Now the diameter is given. Now here what we have to do is we need to convert the frustum of cone into the wire. So frustum of cone is in the shape of frustum of cone. That you no need to think about it much. But what is the shape of the wire? The shape of the wire is nothing but the cylinder, right? So we need to convert the frustum of cone. We need to convert the frustum of cone into the wire. That means cylinder. So both have the same volume. Okay. Now let's see. Now see here in this figure we have this triangle A, G, E. In here it is 30, right? So tan 30 is equals to opposite upon adjacent. So what is opposite? EG. What is adjacent? AG. Right? So you will get this right here. Tan 30 is equals to EG upon AG. Right? Now value of tan 30 is 1 upon root 3 and value of AG is equals to 10. EG is equals to 10 upon root 3 is equals to 10 root 3 upon 3. Why? Because here we'll take the rationalization. 10 upon root 3 into root 3 upon root 3. Root 3 into root 3, 3. So 10 square root of 3 upon 3 is the answer. Similarly, in the bigger triangle, the bigger triangle is nothing but the A, D, B. This is the same 30 opposite BD upon adjacent AG. AD, right? BD upon AD. So tan 30's value is 1 upon root 3, BD upon 20. So 20 upon root 3, same. We'll take the rationalization. 20 root 3 upon root 3 into root 3. Root 3 into root 3, 3. Now radius R1. This is the radius R2. Now height H 10. See here I'll change the notation. I'll take the R2 as the bigger one and R1 as the smaller one. So you can do it. It is fine. H is equals to the height of the container and that is 10. Now volume of frustum of cone first we find out. Right? See, just don't be panicked by seeing the root 3 or the root numbers. Here 10 root 3 upon 3 square. So square of root 3 is nothing but the 3. And here this is the 9. So here 10 into 3 upon 3 into 3. 3 and 3 cuts. So answer is 10 upon 3. So 10 upon 3. 10 square into 3 into 3 into 3. 3 cut. Here it is 10 square. So it is nothing but the 100 upon 3. Right? In the same manner, you will find out the other ones. See here. Root 3 into root 3 is nothing but the 3. So 10 into 2. 200 into 3 upon 3 into 3. 3 and 3 cut. So answer is 200 upon 3. Right? Okay, now let's move ahead. 4, 5, 6 and 7. So 700 upon 3. So this is the final answer. Right? Now we know the volume of the wire is nothing but the cross sectional. Okay, that is fine. So that is, what is the volume of the wire? That is pi r square L. Right? It is, okay, it is pi r square L. So here pi r square L. But here we have given the diameter is equals to 1 upon 16. So what is the diameter is nothing but the 2 into r. It is equals to 1 upon 16. So r is equals to 1 upon 32. Right? Because 2 from the numerator goes into the denominator. So 16 2s are 132. So here it is 32. Right? So you put the values. Right? Now 7 is on the up. 32 square up. 22 down. 1 down. Right? See, here is the simplification and you will get this as an answer. But if you are asking a specific that you are going to find out the length in terms of meter, right? Then what you have to do? It is in the centimeter, so you simply divide it with the 100. And what is the answer? 7964.44 meter. But if it is asked, sometimes it is asked what is the length of the wire in terms of meter, then at that time you need to consider the centimeter into the meter. But if it is specified, otherwise it is fine. I hope you get each and everything, right? So we'll meet in the next lecture. Till then, bye bye, see you.